Hi, my name is Poetic Justice, and I am Miss Nappy Combs. I'm the creator, producer, and director of this project, and this is the second part of the documentary, which is guided towards natural hair and beautiful women such as myself. My name is Poetic Justice, and I am Miss Nappy Combs.
Miss Nappy Combs, I don't wanna stay, I don't wanna go.
It's not the hits that you make, but being able to digest the incest of your fans, paying money to hear.
Nappy is just a word to me. It's nothing popular, it's nothing, it doesn't hurt me because I know the texture of my hair. I don't care about having bone straight hair. I love the curls. I love the fluffiness of my hair, my texture, everything about being natural. I should have done it when I was younger, but I didn't have control of my hair back then. So now I do. So I'm happy now.
It really doesn't matter what they think because my salvation doesn't define my hair, or my hair doesn't define my salvation. So my relationship with God doesn't determine what my hair looks like or how I dress, you know? So, yeah.
My mom embraced wearing her wig proudly, and I had come to respect many women that I've met and continue to meet, just like my mom, that every day put on that brave face when they put that wig on and step out before the world, cancer and all, and accept that this is me, and they're defining the way that they choose to deal with that battle. Her name is Beauty, but nobody knows. It's hidden beneath and rarely shows, sits under this dim light that barely glows. The thickness of her lips, the width of her nose, wanting hair that flows, turns and sways every which way when the wind blows. But tall and curvy, full and curly, that's how this one grows. Flaunted and displeased, taunted and teased, that's how it goes. So, again, her name is Beauty, but she still doesn't know. A strong image once deceived to be weak. A strong image once denied to speak. So she splits her verbs when she spits her words, and often taught that she had no choice, often thought she had no voice. Just image and sexuality, but in actuality there was power in her mentality to birth life into reality. She didn't need false idols and role models. Her truth didn't exist inside of a box or inside of a bottle. No. She was without borders and beyond borders. She refused to be used as another one of society's abandoned daughters, spawning from disappointed mothers and distorted lovers who themselves have been exploited by so many others. She refused to feel foreign in this land of her origin, Republican of them before all of them, where they was she. Still this American, African, a woman, too bold or too feminine, right wing or left, pro-life or deaf, liberal or conservatism, ownership or plagiarism. This land is your land and God we trust, but does his plan still have faith in us and this atmosphere we've created for her so unfair and unjust? Trading promises for ignorance, intelligence for intolerance, mixed interpretations for fixed impersonations, intimidation exchanges with limitations, and these false campaigns and misused slogans like pawns for friends and misused tokens. Yes, beauty has been sold and beauty has been sown. Beauty has been given and beauty has been grown. Beauty has been clouded and beauty has often been slurred because beauty has often got turned and often got tossed. Therefore, beauty became burned and somehow got lost. Beauty get permed and also got pressed because sometimes, well, beauty needed to be relaxed because beauty was often taught to be stressed. Beauty got plaited and often braided because sometimes beauty got cut and often faded. Therefore, beauty became diluted and somehow degraded. But when beauty became natural and real, she opened her heart and began to feel. Seeing when she stared at her reflection, gave a thorough inspection, seeing both the joy and the rejection, not just the norm or the exception. Realizing the truth had been a misconception translated from someone else's perception. Balancing her toughness with a need for correction, masking her roughness with this need for protection. Her past foretells of her days to come because she now walks to the beat of a different drum. Beauty stands and beauty bends, beauty expands and beauty extends. Beauty wanted to be bold and free, not what someone else told her to be. Beauty wanted to reflect passion and liberty, not just see what someone else told her to see. She was independent and defiant. She was someone's confidant and reliant, because beauty became determined and focused. Beauty became determined to notice all the facts and all the lies and all the acts that were fixed with compromise, all the answers to the questions why. Beauty started to stare and explore and soar the skies. Beauty didn't always cross every T, and she didn't always dot every I, nor did she draw these neat little patterns and try to stay within the lines. No, Beauty began to rethink and often change her mind, because in fact, Beauty realized that she had always been ahead of the times. Beauty parallels somewhere between the revolution and the evolution. Beauty has a face that speaks from the grave, from her eyes so strong, from a spirit so brave, a force inside that no course could contain. No shades of makeup, afraid to wake up, this cover girl, Maybelline, harlot, no, queen.
Because we have thick curly hair, or because, you know, it doesn't comb out as straight as, you know, other people's hair, does that mean that we're nappy? Like, what is nappy? Like, I don't know. I think people who wear natural hair, their natural hair, especially African Americans, it's beautiful, it's thick, it's their hair. You know, I don't know if we should define it as nappy. It's beautiful.
Sororities and natural hair. Well, as you can see, I'm all chocolate, and I've been natural for 22 years, and I'm a member of the Epsilon Theta chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. And when I think about sororities and complexions and hair, when I was growing up, those who were dark skinned and had the natural or the thick hair were members of my sorority, and then those who had the long hair were perceived to be from other sororities such as Alpha Kappa Alpha. And I really think it's absolutely ridiculous that people define us by our complexions, by our hair, and definitely try to determine which sororities that we should be a part of. We are all beautiful women. I just choose to be natural, and there are so many women in my sorority who are natural and they're beautiful. They have thick curly hair that's natural. They have short Lolo hair like myself, and I really can appreciate when you step into your power, knowing who you are and your natural beautiful self. So I just encourage you, if you are in a sorority and you decide that you want to go natural, to do it, because that does not define who you are if you select to do so. This poem is dedicated to all of the beautiful black girls who have natural hair, including my daughter, Clara Huff. Mirror, mirror, standing tall, when I look into you, I know I'm the fairest of them all. I'm a smart black girl, and natural too. I can do anything I put my mind to do. Only I define who I will be. I don't look for validation in anyone but me. I'm phenomenal, spectacular, and adjectives as such. I have a strong self-esteem, and I love me so very much. My present is perfect. My future is bright. When you see me walking, you bask in my delight. Sometimes I'm alarming to others, but never to me, because I'm especially proud to be nobody but M.E. Nappy, Miss Nappy Combs.
After going natural, being a filmmaker, author, and an entrepreneur, I don't really know that it really affected me, and I may not have looked for it, whether other people cared about it or not. For me, once I went natural, it was the most liberating thing. I didn't realize that I had really become a slave to, you know, caring about, you know, having straight hair, and so I became free. I think it helped me to tap into my natural self. I love the fact that, you know, when I get up in the morning, if it's messed up, it's okay to have a bad hair day, because it's all natural. You don't know what it was supposed to look like. It wasn't supposed to look like this today, but it ended up being this, and so that's the beauty of being natural. You just get up and go with the flow. Some days it never looks the same, and as an artist, for me, I'm a free spirit, and I just love the vibe that I feel when I wake up in the morning, and whatever look I get, that's what I go with.
My story is mine. It's what I won't hide behind. It's what I scream. It's all wrapped in my dreams. From then to now, my choice is clear. I'm doing me while I'm here. Hair is just a piece of the freedom that I feel.
When you first begin your natural hair journey, you go through different things as to, for me it was, my hair was straight. My first year of growing my perm out, I kept my hair straight. And I really didn't feel a lot of what other people feel, but when I decided to wear it more natural in a twist, you get those negative comments of, you taking us back to slavery, and you like an ancient mama, and you get all of those negative things, and you a pretty girl, or even being called a pickaninny from anything when you're in it's ignorance in a way. And does it take a toll on you? Yes, because you're trying to look for that confidence in your hair, because for so long you were told that straight hair was the best kind of hair to have. And now my hair isn't naturally straight, so trying to manipulate it to be straight, and people, always having something to say when you walk in a room and you get that up and down look, you kind of check yourself like, what does my breath, like, what happened? But then you start to internalize it when you see people are looking at you, but they're looking up at your hair. It's stressful. But then, like, the hardest thing now is that now that my hair is long and I'm not pinning it back and I'm letting it out, and then I decided to straighten my hair, and then you come to work and everybody's like, oh, you look so pretty. And it's like, I've been here for 2.5 years. I wasn't pretty before. Oh, you should wear your hair like that. It kind of makes you sit back and be like, am I not pretty? Is natural hair not pretty? But then, you question it. And then it goes back into love when you're dealing with that, and you have that emotional of, am I not pretty? I am pretty? Or you're going back and forth, and then, here we go. Then you're alone, and you struggle with it. Then I found someone who loved me through it. So it wasn't that it was hurting my self-esteem, but you do internalize it, especially when the comment is, you look so much prettier with your hair that way. So it makes you feel like I don't look pretty the other way. It's like when somebody calls you a name and says, no, I'm not calling you that, but that's how you're acting. No, that's what you're saying, is you're calling me that name. So when you say you're prettier that way, that's telling me that the other way I wasn't pretty. But now I'm just me. My self-esteem is the esteem of myself. So I can walk with my head down, or I can walk with my head high. So I choose these days to walk with my head high. And then some of those people, simply by me straightening my hair, they achieve it with weave, and I don't have to. So at the end of the day, you're trying to acquire something that I naturally do. So at the end of the day, your self-esteem must be low, because I have what you want. And I have my hair many different ways. And all you have is what that process gave you.
Natural hair in my craft. Well, I'm a poet, I'm a spitter, I'm supposed to stand out. My words make me stand out. My hair defines who I am any given day. So you see me coming in there like this, big hair, you might be in for a wild ride. See me with the flat iron, I might give you something seductive and make you feel all nice inside, but either way, I'm not the same person every day.
My hair is not gonna be the same every day. It evolves. My poetry evolves me. My hair shows that evolvement. Bulimics full of lies, stuffed with jealousy and hate. Late night binges on my struggles, love to throw up in my face. Midnight snacks while I hunger just to put them in their place. They look on the menu and pick my life so that they can choose my fate. Malpractice means mistake. This time I'm gonna sue. You diagnosed me as a failure and said I wouldn't pull through. They said my courage had cancer. It probably wouldn't live long. They thought I had heart failure because the scarring wasn't gone. They crushed my dreams like the towers. Brown eyes shed their own Katrina. Friends and family members all of a sudden work for FEMA. Ain't do nothing but talk something about what they're gonna do. But I'ma make them anorexics eat their words dessert too. You took my money, but I'm still rich. No more name calling, respect this chick. Never knew I was a lesbian. Let me tell you when I switched. 13 years ago, the night I got pregnant by a bitch. My heaven, my hell, my joy, my pain, my heart, my soul, this mind's insane, this hurt, this love, this can't be it. A porta potty couldn't make me take this but y'all thought this was it. Light skin, slim waist, nice smile, pin sick. Onion booty make you cry, take a second then I'm gone, you'll never catch her from behind. Sticks and stones just might break my bones, but I swear his words condescending tones towards a woman who loved him and all he owned, but not enough of herself to try to make it on her own. Dismissed like class, he never stood behind me except to squeeze and grab. All his lies tried to blind me, see through like glass, reflection reflected as memories pass. My spirit dejected, I blinked too fast, couldn't see his rejection underneath his laughs. Old tape ejected, side B never was, side A stuck on pause, wouldn't leave just cause I had a couple children, no bling, 2 different last names, broken home, no sling, disconnect the phone, silent tone, no ring, poetry of violence, words of weapons, same thing. They said my son would be nothing, just another drug dealer. High school education man on a big wheeler. My daughter won't be any better, waiting by the mail for that WIC approval letter. No degree, having GED, go get her. 7 months pregnant bastard hidden in a sweater. But then there's me, single mother moving with deadly precision. I teach mine to forgive who don't deserve to be forgiven. Remember where they're from, not like the ones who keep forgetting. But most importantly, I give them hope for their envisions. The truth will set them free and God ain't chained to one religion. We choose to live beyond the world they said we chose to live in. Thank you.
Natural hair and relationships. You know, it's fun. My husband has natural hair too. We have like similar hair actually. He has locks, and so I mean, it's kind of funny because one of the things that he always complains about is wigs and weaves. He hates wigs and weaves. So it was never any pressure from me. It was always something that I just it wasn't something that I was into anyway. So I guess your principles sometimes when you're well-mated, you know, even those things kind of tend to line up. You know, I guess I'm just a natural person. I like to take life for what it is. I don't really like to cover up too much. So I guess it shows in how I even adorn myself or don't adorn myself. And my husband is pretty much the same way. He never pressures me to look any one way or another. So that's awesome.
So lo re, lo do 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 do, mo do do, my o di do di do, ma do do, la do do do, no do do, ma ba ba boo 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 boo, la do 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 do, la do do do. Dream of a land my soul is from. I hear a hand stroke on a drum. shades of delight, cocoa hue, rich as a night, afro blue. Elegant boy, beautiful girl, dancing for joy, delicate world, shades of delight, cocoa hue, rich as a night, afro blue. Lovers in flight, upward they glide, burst at their height, slowly subside, shades of delight, cocoa hue, rich as a night, afro blue. Whispering trees echo their sighs, passionate pleas, tender replies, shades of delight, cocoa hue, rich as a night, afro blue. La da da, la da da, la da da da, la da da. And my slumbering fantasy assumes reality when it seems to me the two of them are you and me. Shades of delight, cocoa hue, rich as a night, afro blue. Shades of delight, cocoa hue, rich as a night, afro blue.
It's not the hits that you make, but being able to digest the incest of your fans, paying money to hear your performance at its best. It's your inspiration and your motivation that sets you aside differently from the rest and wanting to be like you. Those fans that stand in line holding up signs with wingtip collars paying millions of dollars so they can hear your claim just to say they're your #1 fan. You're the idol for Billy, the smile for Sarah, and I'm not just another Nappy Combs because I want to rock one. Def Leppard's wanting to hear the message in your songs that generations after generations have waited so long to be the next Miss Nappy Combs. There are Miss Nappy Combs on the hen. There are Miss Nappy Combs under there. There are Miss Nappy Combs on the block wanting to get rocked because, see, we won't stop because we're natural. Fans standing by to go home. Miss Nappy Combs don't ever want to go home because she belongs where she is, beyond the comb. Another one bites the dust. 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 Miss Nappy Combs. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one down, and another one down. Another one wears the crown. Hey, we're gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust. Hey, and Nappy Combs coming through. Another one bites the dust. Queen, another one bites the dust. Queen, another one bites the dust. Queen King, another one bites the dust. Falling, I guess I missed my calling to be the #1 Miss Nappy Combs. Miss Nappy Combs, leave her alone. Miss Nappy Combs, she rocks a fro. She rocks a fro. Miss Nappy Combs, peace unto you, give thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid we've run out of time. Until next time, this concludes the documentary, Miss Nappy Combs, her hair, her journey. Bye-bye now.
Stay, I don't wanna go. Miss Nappy Combs, she rocks a fro. Miss Nappy Combs, I don't wanna stay, I don't wanna go.
It's not the hits that you make, but being able to digest the incest of your fans. Paying money to hear your performances at its best. It's your inspiration and your motivation that set you aside differently from the rest and wanting to be like you. Those fans that send a